So today, an officer killed himself for no apparent reason.
In Johannesburg, South Africa.
That's right. A South African policeman who was guarding Nelson Mandela. If you haven't heard of Nelson Mandela, you're not intelligent enough to understand half of my videos. Go click on some other Kitty iCarly stuff or something.
I can't remember the exact reason why he was locked away for all those years, but I know it was something to do with something.
He was working. He's like in the middle of his shift. He's on the VIP unit. He's obviously got a good job. And 11 a.m. decides, I'm going to kill myself.
Bam!
That makes a lot of sense. Here I am guarding the former president. I'm an elite guard. I've got one of the best jobs in all of South Africa. I'm making good money. He probably has a family. And he says, you know what? His son caught my eye a little wrong. Fuck this. Bam!
Ugh.
He was 37 years old, and he'd been a member of the service since 2005. So he's been on this job for 4 years. He's guarding a high-profile person, and just, out of nowhere, blows his head off. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. Somebody went after Nelson Mandela, killed this guy, and they said it was a suicide because they don't want people to think that they can get to Nelson Mandela. They don't want to show a sign of weakness that they could get to this man, so they're saying, oh no, he killed himself. No. He used his weapon in the act. And police said there was no apparent reason for the suicide. No reason. That means there's no money problems, there's no family problems, there's no problem at work. He just decides, today's a good day to kill myself. The same way you might say, today's a good day for a picnic. Look, it's nice outside.
Today's a good day to die.
Yeah, it's a good day to die.
Chunky honey mustard.
11 a.m. Not 11:05, not 11:01, not 10:50. Exactly, like he's watching his watch. Yep, 11 a.m. Broad daylight. Oh my God. So, if you were wondering, he mentioned Mandela was in prison at some point. He was a prisoner of the former apartheid government.
What was he exactly prisoner for?
Standing up for what he believed in and standing against his government. In other countries, you stand up against your government and you could be killed. He's lucky he got prisoned. And just same way other former leaders did, he stood for something and he strongly believed it and he risked his life doing it, and people followed him because they knew he was right. They said that they made a point to say that Mandela was not in danger. Bullshit. Here's how I see it. No reason for the suicide, then it wasn't a suicide. You don't kill yourself for no reason. Someone took the motherfucker out, and they didn't want to say Mandela was in danger. Because they don't want to encourage other people to say, hey, this is easy. Their guards ain't shit. It's a hell of a thing to admit that he got shot with his own weapon. That means someone disarmed him, grabbed his weapon, and blew his head off. Yeah, that you don't want to admit that. You don't want to admit that his VIP guard sucks and you could probably walk in his house right now and just waste him. Course not. Course not. So it was a suicide. They couldn't even come up with a story. They could at least make some shit up. Hey, there's no apparent reason for the suicide. You could at least say, yeah, he was having problems and he was talking down, but no one really ever took him seriously. I guess if you know that someone's having problems, none of that shit. No apparent reason for the suicide. Yeah. Bullshit.